Hi, this is Niels Han Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Say it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, well, you got your TV time, but this is Niels Han Dynasty. And this is another report about how I think BRICS is going to be falling apart. Yeah, sorry about the burp. I hope it didn't bother y'all too much. If it did, go ahead and just turn me off. This is about BRICS. Did 2 reports yesterday. Doing another one today. Just to keep y'all informed of how crazy things are in the BRICS nations and how you might not want to put too much on it. But, future is untold. I don't have a crystal ball. Where's my crystal ball? Harley, what did you do with my crystal? I can't find my crystal ball, so I can't tell you the future right now. But when I find it, I'll let you know. But definitely buy platinum, because I do know in 2001, platinum was around a little over $500 an ounce. And gold was a little under $280 an ounce, which means platinum in 2001 was twice the price of gold. Now it's half the price of gold. And I know you're thinking yourself, yeah, and it'll never come back. It'll never come back because things don't keep rolling in circles. Right? Economies don't work like that, so it'll never come back. Buy platinum, find out. Anyhow, here's the report. Sorry, I always, every time I talk about platinum, I get a little excited because I know people just are not informed well enough. But here we go with the report on another BRICS report between China and India.
Hello and welcome to this edition of World at War. My name is Mohammed Saleh. Is China plotting a war against India? This is not a rhetorical question. Ever since the Chinese dragon's creeping expansionism was blunted first at Doklam in 2017 and then again in the Galwan Valley in 2020, the picture that is clearly emerging is of a petulant dragon that is preparing for war. As any military strategist will tell you, before a war is fought, the logistics for combat are laid out. The infrastructure that China is building in the Tibet and the Xinjiang province points at only one thing. This is not a defensive preparation. This is preparation for a military offensive. And this may not be limited to a ground misadventure this time round. What China appears to be planning for in the near imminent future is an air battle over the icy mountains of the Himalayas. China is preparing for war because nothing else explains the furious pace of military and dual installations that have sprung up in Tibet and Xinjiang. Open source intelligence experts have pointed out the new runways, ammunition storage facilities, and other auxiliary infrastructure that has sprung up in just the last 5 years to increase sortie rates and to reduce congestion. These satellite images from Planet Labs will give you a closer glimpse of what China's air bases along India's border look like at the present moment. This is the Lhasa Air Base, the Hotan Air Base, and the Engari Gunsa Air Base. Why does China need to boost its offensive air power here, along the border with India? The Hotan Air Base is where China has stationed its J-11 and J-20 attack fighter jets, its electronic warfare aircraft, and airborne and early warning and control aircraft and drones. The Lhasa Air Base is where China houses its Z-20 attack helicopters. So what is China plotting? In 1962, India and China had fought a war, a ground assault in which China tried to make an incursion into India before withdrawing back. What is interesting to note is that air power was not used in 1962. For decades since the 1962 war, the India-China border had remained largely quiet. But things have changed since 2017, when the Chinese bid for a land grab at Doklam at the tri-junction between India, Bhutan and China was thwarted by New Delhi as part of Operation Juniper. Some very dramatic images of the Indian and the Chinese soldiers exchanging blows with each other went viral. A border which had remained quiet for decades had begun to stir with tension. In May 2020, the Indian and the Chinese troops clashed at the Galwan Valley. Reason? This was yet another attempt at trying to alter the status quo at the line of actual control.
Just an FYI, I did a video about a year and a half ago on this actual attack, and it got like 20 views. But it was a build up to now, just letting y'all know I've known for years.
20 Indian soldiers were killed in mortal hand-to-hand combat. The Chinese soldiers used steel rods wrapped with barbed wire to inflict maximum damage. And though China did not immediately release its casualty count, it later emerged that at least about 35 to 45 Chinese soldiers had ended up losing their lives at Galwan. Another attempt of China's age-old practice of salami slicing had been challenged and thwarted. On the 7th of September 2020, for the first time in over 45 years, shots were fired along the line of actual control. And since then, despite the fact that there have been several rounds of core commander level talks to resolve the border standoff, China has tried a land grab at every possible opportunity, only to be beaten back furiously, as this video from September 2021 demonstrates. So that brings us back to our earlier question. Why is China boosting its air offensive capabilities along India's border? Fact is, repeated attempts by the Chinese soldiers on the ground to alter the status quo have ended in embarrassing failures.
China's attempt at a war has ended in embarrassing failures. Maybe because if you'd watched my video I did on the Pakistan government getting weapons from China and throwing them away because 30% of them are defective, and they still, even though they're the number one investment of the China Belt Road, they still buy weapons from America because they're better. But anyhow, I just wanted to bring you guys this news, man. BRICS, sound money system. BRICS will be going to war with each other. Like I said, Russia is a totalitarian communist regime. CCP, China is a communist totalitarian regime. They cannot get along. That's like having two bullies from different blocks join in the same club. Who's going to lead it? How long before those bullies are fighting? Well, here you go. You guys have a nice day. Be kind, helpful, and grateful, because it's better than being a jerk. Talk to you later.